Hello and welcome to the tutorial on how to put in the correct flight information and book transfers into your existing Polar booking. So first of all, I'm going to log into Polar through the dedicated Carnival trade website goccl.com.au. I've launched Polar and I'm going to click the correct cruise line, which in this case is Carnival Cruise Line. I'm then going to head to Manage Booking and I'm going to enter my existing booking in which I would like to put in the flight information and book transfers. So in this booking for Mr. and Mrs. Test flights, you can see that the home city is Brisbane. So the first thing that I need to do before I book transfers is put in the correct flight information. So down the bottom on the right hand side, I'm going to click Air Details. This is going to bring up the section whereby I pop in their existing flight information. So I am going to click this button down the bottom, Independent Air, because Mr. and Mrs. Test flights have already booked their own flights. So the first thing I want to do is click both passengers. So passengers 1 and 2 on the left hand column. We're going to go to the ship from the airport on embarkation day. Mr. and Mrs. flights have booked on Qantas, so I'm going to put in the airline code of QF. I'm going to put in the flight number, which is QF513. This originates in Brisbane and the destination is Sydney. So I'm going to use the airport codes for these origin and destinations. And then I'm going to put the departure date. And you can see it says DDMM, so I'm going to do 1710, so the 17th of October. I'll then repeat the process for the second flight, which is on the debark day. So I'm going to click From Ship, and then repeat the process with that secondary flight, which in this case, once again, is Qantas, and the flight number is 524. And it's from Sydney heading back to Brisbane, and the departure date of that one is 28 October, so I'm going to pop in 2810, and then down the bottom I'm going to click Submit. So once this is generated through, you'll see here that I've got the passenger's flight information have generated through, and you can see that it's got all the dates next to that as well. So I'm just going to click back to the main menu for a second and bring back the booking number up again, because what should happen is the time should now generate through on those flights as well. So heading back to the main menu and popping in that booking number once again, I can see if I click back through the air details, back through to the independent air, you can see now the actual times of the flights have gone through, which are correct. So QF 513 leaves Brisbane on the 17th at 8:25 AM and arrives same day at 11 AM. QF 524, which is on the 28th of October, leaves at 12:05 PM and arrives at 12:35 PM. And then the next two lines are repeated for the second passenger. So I can see that's all gone in perfectly. So I'm just going to click back now and back again. So now that I've got the correct flight information in there and that's all generated beautifully, I'm going to add in my transfers. So you can see at the moment in this package summary section on the main booking summary screen, it says no packages. So the transfers do sit in the package area. So down the bottom, back in these grey buttons, I'm going to click Travel Packages. And I'm going to actually look at the package list. So once again in the grey buttons, I'm going to click Package List. And then it's going to bring up the transfers. So I want to add the airport to the pier and the pier to the airport. So I can see that the total price is $40 per direction. If I did want to get individual pricing, I can click on the individual pricing button down the bottom, and it'll bring up the single costs. So I'm just going to click back again. I'm happy with all of that, so I'm going to click submit. So now that I click submit, you can see that record has been updated, and I do now have my transfer airport to pier. I have the cruise for 11 days, and then I've got the transfer pier to airport. So if I now back out to the main menu, you will see in this package summary section, I now have my transfer to the airport and my transfer from the pier, so either direction there. If I do want to just make sure one more time that it's definitely gone through, I can scroll down a little bit, and in the fare breakdown, you can see now under the package section that I have that $80 charge sitting there. So I know that that has all gone through perfectly. So that's all you need to do to put in the correct flight information and book your transfers in Polar Online. Thank you.